hang out there. What do you guys think of our new little jet plane there?
Oh, I love it. You know, it's just after all that stress we just went through to try to get the show going, I'm kind of tired. I'm just thinking about signing off, guys. I'll see you guys later.
No, the whole thing.
What?
The whole freaking thing is my fault. It's not Google Plus for sucking.
It's not.
It's not. You know what, Jim? Stop it. Go ahead and blame anybody but yourself. Let's just do that. Are you not American?
Come
on. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Jim, it's not your fault.
Honey. It's not your fault.
I don't care.
It's the software's fault.
Jim, I don't care where the computer touched you. It's not your fault. Jim, it's not your fault, okay?
Nothing on the computer.
What's that?
Oh. All right. Do you have a link out so we can share it with everybody and maybe get I don't know, like 10 viewers tonight? Can we get 10 viewers? That's all we need. 10. We need 10, right? And we are back.
Freaking dump of
you know what? What though? We missed here for a couple weeks.
You guys absolutely, truly have the worst producer in the world.
Oh, what? I've already called another guy, and he's actually going to be at your house here soon to take over. So I don't. That's going to be weird. I have to move out and move into like a homeless shelter or something. But I've already got him set up to marry your wife and the whole thing. Come in.
Sounds like a movie or something, right?
Well, his name is Jim Stouffer, so it's close, and we'll just absorb it and we'll just move on.
It reminds me. Did you see the that meme or whatever it is? I don't know if you call them memes or picture, or whatever. And it showed, hey, the Patriots are going to be fine without Tom Brady for 4 weeks. Here's
Tom.
Yeah, and from when he was about 2 years old, and the mustache, long hair. It was pretty funny.
Of course. Yep. No, it's classic too, and that's that is a topic that should be discussed.
So ridiculous.
Topic is
ridiculous. Oh, the he didn't win a Super Bowl. Oh, why is that ridiculous?
They didn't win a Super Bowl. They played the last bit of.
So break the rules and still winning is good with you.
So beat the crap out of his wife and sit there and drag her out of the elevator and only get suspended 2 games.
No, I'm sorry. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Not even any proof. And they've said there's no proof that anyone had any knowledge about anything. They have no proof.
Now, listen.
Let me finish. They give him 4-game suspension and the million fine, and there's no proof. Yet, go ahead, Brett. What?
I was
things that all the other quarterbacks have admitted to doing. Go ahead.
Was Tom Brady in the elevator? I don't know. Was he? I don't. Maybe not. I guess not. So no. I mean, they're completely separate incidents.
Oh, you said breaking the rules. They're separate incidents. The one is worse than the other.
No. Ray Rice. Hold on. Ray Rice punching another human being in an elevator had no effect on the Super Bowl this year.
Neither did get into the Super Bowl.
Oh my God! You wouldn't have been there.
Had absolutely no.
Maybe you would have been there.
We scored and we played better after they inflated them in the second half. Hello.
Oh my God! So after you realized the error, we fucked back up and
played better and we scored more.
All right. Listen, by the way, now, Amy, in your defense, I mean this from the bottom of my heart as a football fan. You know what? If the ball is 22 pounds of square inch pressure, or if it's 4 pounds of square I don't give a shit. Can you get the ball from one end of the field to the other? That's all I give it. Freaking give him a piece of paper. Give him a freaking piece of paper. Here's a
Even
paper.
the team that we played said it wouldn't have mattered. They would have kicked our ass. So,
Honestly, and I'm still breaking the rules. It's still breaking the rules.
no, you're right. You're right. But my point is, Ray Rice goes and beats the crap out of his wife. I know it wasn't on the field, but he got a 2-game suspension.
Right.
And the other, the other one is 4. It's just
the reason why it was 2 games initially is because it had nothing to do with the game of football. It was a domestic issue, and football said this. That's what. Yeah, he screwed up in an elevator. That has nothing to do with what goes on in the field for our business, our sport. And so they made the wrong call.
A sport.
No, wrong.
I want to ask Amy a question. Can I for a second?
Sure, absolutely.
Amy, when the owners all went to the meetings a couple of days ago, Robert Kraft made an announcement. Can you tell us what that announcement was?
Or that he wasn't going to challenge it.
Lost 2 first-round draft picks, which is more important than Tom Brady. Why would they not challenge?
Well, I guess I'd have to take him at his word that he.
But
Are you gonna let me talk? Because he said it's been in the news for too long, and he wanted to get on with it. You know what's going to happen? Brady's not going to be out for 4 games. They're already in the background doing their deals.
Right, but games is a drop in the bucket. It doesn't matter. What matters is those 2 draft picks, and it's been in the news for too long, he says. But guess what? It's going to be in the news again next NFL draft, and the next NFL draft after that. The problem is they've got something on them. They've got proof. They've got whatever. And Bob Kraft, when they went there, he goes, "Okay, I guess I better shut up." But
I prove everyone's trying to bring down the Patriots, so why wouldn't they just say what's proof? There is no. They've already said there is no proof.
Why? Do you know why that rule was put in place for the balls? Does anybody tell you why? It was nothing to do with the quarterback. It was about 15, 20 years ago. It had to do with kickers.
Yep.
See, you guys take this so serious, and I'm like thinking about all the Christians being beheaded over in the Middle East. I could give a rat's ass about air pressure was in this football and who won the Super Bowl. I really Patriots won. And it's just
no. Beheading Christians and all those people pale in comparison to I'm just kidding.
That's it. James, that's just it. You'd think so because men and a lot of females, but mostly men, are so obsessed with football. It's excessive. That's why I try to make a joke out of it during the whole thing.
Right. Well, and by the way, who hasn't suggested that American sports and football being probably the number one, who hasn't suggested that it's kind of a religious experience? I mean, the people who are honestly,
I agree with you.
I mean, it is because you defend your team, and it's like I defend my team, and I have a couple of teams that I like, and it's kind of like sexuality. It's like I was brought up Protestant. I was brought up in a Southern Baptist. I mean, my beginnings began in Southern Baptist and denominational. So I've evolved. It's sort of like me, like Seahawks and the Rams at the same time, and I'm a Dolphin fan. Just when I was a kid, I liked the Dolphins. Maybe it was the color uniforms.
Got too many teams. Just
Catholics, they're okay. It's like I don't hate the Catholics. No, I don't root for them. But the Catholics are all right. I hope they do well. It's like, and then the Christmas week. I'm just saying that.
We got it. Miscellaneous headlines. First one here. Bloomberg recently gathered a group of Iowa Democrats to discuss the Secretary Hillary. I'm just going to play the video because it was pretty funny. One of them finally said, well, she has great policies and she knows how to get stuff done when she was the Secretary of State. So let's go off that.
Taking away
Let's start over here. Here we go.
What did she accomplish that you consider significant as Secretary of State?
I really can't name anything off the top of my head.
Okay, give me a minute. Give me 2 minutes to go someplace else. Okay, Christine, I think something that she accomplished as Secretary of State that impressed you, think's important.
So sad.
Amanda, anything you do to say this is a good credential?
All of these people support her.
She's been at a high level in numerous offices for about 25 years now. I mean, it's either going to be that or it's going to be Scott Walker, but taking away, destroying America's unions and she's not perfect, but she's been in the eye for a long time in the public's eye, and you're going to have some stuff on her, but she has great policies and she knows how to get stuff done.
That literally was supporters of hers.
Policies and knows how to get stuff done.
Yeah.
What?
That really brought out how much she knew about the Arab Spring when it was her only job was to know that the Arab Spring was developing and happening. And it just took us by surprise because she has such great policies.
I guarantee you, if we look deep enough, it didn't take her by surprise. She made money off it somehow. She got a donation from somebody. Foundation. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention it. Oh, my bad.
Stephanopoulos. Oh man, it's bagged. So bagged. Oh, so bagged.
Yeah. Another headline. Let's actually put the headline up. Al Sharpton's daughter sues city for $5 million after spraining ankle, and then a couple of weeks after that, she was posting pictures of her and her girlfriend, or wife, or whatever she is, hiking, and one she was up on a ladder. I think she was wearing high heels up on the ladder, climbing up, trimming her Christmas tree, and all that kind of crap. Now, her dad happens to owe the IRS about $1 million. So, $500,000 for her, just for the effort of doing this, and the other 4.5 pays off daddy's.
Oh no, he still owes it. That scumbag piece of crap, and she doesn't deserve one thing. She's a slimy scumbag, just like her father.
What? No,
she's ugly as him. Oh my God, she's.
These are truly disgusting human beings. I mean, there's no way around it.
I had an article.
I know you're joking about that, Jim, but people have said that, thinking, and to me, it's.
No, I mean, I'm not joking. I think that's why she's doing it.
It could be looking for the payday from the taxpayer, so they can cover their illicit taxes. Hey, makes sense, right? Because in a lawsuit, you do not get taxed.
She should be fined, arrested and fined, or whatever you want to, arrested, fined, whatever,
False.
For fraud. Yeah,
for fraud. I agree. Absolutely,
fraud.
I agree.
Total fraud.
And by the way, you know what?
Get a better bra because that.
In her defense, I know, right? Hanging in weird ways,
Christ.
but I'll tell you this: in a weird way, I almost don't blame her, because if your dad was Al Sharpton, what chance do you have to be a decent human being? I mean, really, what chance do you have? He's your example.
Well, Doc on Fox and Friends the other morning, I think it was yesterday morning, he was saying, I would actually have some respect for Sharpton and said, I'm embarrassed and, embarrassed by my daughter's actions, or, but instead he comes out, what? She's 27 years old. She's her own woman. I don't get involved.
Blah, blah.
Blah, yeah, exactly. Wah, 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 wah. Scumbags,
Exactly that.
Absolute scumbags.
Absolutely right. Horrible human beings. And you know what? Oh, you're saying that because they're black. Are you serious right now? Are you serious? No, they're just bad people. I don't give a shit what color they are.
Yeah, scumbags.
An article that I had on them, and then I decided just to cancel it. But Let's see. She was pictured. Blah 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 blah. No, there was something else on here about it. I think she had done this before.
She,
Nothing
wait a minute.
surprising.
She hurt her ankle what when she was 13?
No, it was.
She tried
know.
to sue the city council back
No,
a few
she
years
had
ago.
oh shit! I just emptied it. Anyways, she had sued somebody for like $7 million or tried to, whatever damn thing. Let's see if I can find.
Why wouldn't she?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't
Just
matter.
doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
Headlines. This is okay. So this Alyssa LaFange, pretty cute by the way.
Really?
She does a show on the Wayne Dupree show, and I think that Wednesday night it's like a 2-hour show, and I knows, but so these pictures make my blood boil. She said, "My thoughts are with the families of the brave Americans who lost their lives during the fight to retake Ramadi in the Iraqi War." Which this thing here, I mean, check this out. The distance between Ramadi and Baghdad is 63 miles. What it's going to take to retake Ramadi is going to be.
I want to point something out, though. It's a lot farther away if you're using kilometers. So, I mean, it just depends on where you are.
Fred, that was
Come on, that was
stupid.
funny. That was
That
funny.
was funny.
Come
Stupid
on.
but funny.
That was, come on.
Yeah,
That was,
you know. Military analysts said that they don't believe they will ever take Baghdad. However, this way they just say, "Oh, we'll get Ramadi back. We'll go in and help them get it. We'll get it back. We'll get Tikrit back. We'll get Fallujah back." My point to begin with. It's like,
hey, if you know what you knew now, would you, go into Iraq? Well, why doesn't he just stop and turn around without even answering the question and say, well, why don't you go and ask Obama if he knew now, what he knows now, would he have ever pulled all of our troops out of Iraq after he said, hey, it's a great success and it's blah, blah, blah?
Would Obama ever have asked the IRS to target conservative groups? Would Obama ever have knowing it was a failure?
Because everything is designed on purpose to weaken us.
Absolutely correct.
People understand. I just had to explain one that I work with when I said something about ISIS being here and how already begun beheading people. He had no clue what I was talking about. Didn't even know about the Oklahoma beheading.
Jeez.
Which wasn't even 2 years ago.
Right.
It was about a year ago, right? 2004.
Yeah, about that.
Had no clue. Never heard of it.
Wow.
But that shows you the ignorance of the people in this country, too. I mean, nobody wants to hear it. And by the way, nobody actually takes the time to look a little deeper under the cover, as it were, because I mean, the mainstream media does cover things briefly and in a very liberal way, generally speaking.
Yeah.
And if you look a little deeper, it's like, wait a minute, what did they just say? Did they just say something's going on? Like Jade Helm, and there's certain situations where it's like, and I fully admit I put something up on our page that I was not fully versed on, and I kind of felt stupid after doing it. However, didn't change my opinion of it.
No, we're going to talk about it tonight.
And we should. By the way, we should. And because
we're coming up on it. We're coming up on it. We just got to move through some of these, and we'll just keep up.
But we are fundamentally being brought down to for the rest of the world, as opposed to being exceptional. And I don't think there is any pride in being cocky, but I think there is pride in being exceptional. And our exceptionalism, and I know I'm using a cliche phrase, but our exceptionalism is under attack, and it's been under attack since we've had a liberal. I mean, and by the way, Bush made some decisions too, before Obama that I was very much in question of. I was like, really, this because of that, and it's like I'm not sure we should go as being. whatever happened, if you look back in history, whatever happened to us being isolationists and saying, you know what, if you guys want to fight, we're not going to be a part of this.
No, we were isolationists when the Jews were burning alive, and so you have to have some common sense on isolationists versus keeping our eyes open.
By the way, Jim, we got dragged into World War II.
As soon as the Jews started getting rounded up, we should have jumped in.
Probably.
Right. We should somebody drag us in and stop the Christians from getting beheaded.
Right.
I'm talking about taking a moral stand against.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
But there are countless examples of us defending somebody and not defending somebody else as a country. Count. And it's just, you know what, we pick and choose, and our government picks and chooses.
Yeah.
Anyway,
of course we do. I mean, to a certain extent, you have to. You're not gonna waste all resources on a place. Well, we never used to waste all kinds of resources on a place that isn't a strategic.
Right.
Doesn't help strategically, or we have bases there. I mean, that we don't have bases there, things like that. But we are going to help the people who do allow us to have a base.
Well, say it too, but if we're more active in a country that has a lot of oil reserves, well, I mean, it's kind of, and I hate to say it, but it's kind of common sense that, well, yeah, because there is more incentive to be there.
Yeah, we don't get any.
Well, I mean,
things on a humanitarian reasons sometimes. Now, here's one right here, okay? Iran's leader, this is just yesterday or today, Iran's leader rejects foreign access to military sites and scientists. It's like, that's a freaking shocker. Really? Who could have seen that coming? I mean,
he admitted last week that everything Obama said to the American people was a lie. He came out and said it.
Right.
Never.
That's a lie, and we are developing.
We never said we'd do that.
But the point is, we should have never negotiated with them. We should have put the hammer down, kept the foot down, and said, "You are not ever getting your nukes."
Yeah, but he wants them to get nukes. He wants.
Right.
This administration want this. They want this.
But who is actually surprised by this headline? I mean, conservatives shouldn't be surprised by it because we saw it from day one.
Right.
So I mean, I don't know.
Until you vote in enough of the new people and get rid of the old cronies that have been into the House of Representatives that hold the purse strings.
Yeah, here's the douchebag.
We can put in a few. We can put in. We can't override the majority, and the majority is still these old cronies that keep getting voted in.
Right. Here's Bonnier. Now, he's kind of funny in a way because I don't remember too many congressmen or senators that actually swear on the floor of the House of Representatives, and he does. What the hell? But you know what? What the hell? Bonnier rips the VA for firing almost nobody a year after Shinseki. How do you say that?
Shinseki.
Resignation. All right. He's shocked by that, right? He's outraged by that. Well, he's in charge of the freaking Congress. He should have set up a committee or somebody that says we're a watchdog. There's a watchdog committee, and every month we better see XYZ happen because we got the first shot, whatever. They shouldn't be surprised a year later. They should have been monitoring what's going on, knowing that Obama wasn't going to do anything. So that's my opinion.
Well, you do the gentleman in the picture that you have on the screen right now, and Obama text and laugh and laugh and laugh and have fun with each other and we run the world
Right.
Because that's
what do you guys think of that? Baltimore? In the last 2 weeks, there's been something like 24 murders, which is more than they had all last year, and the cops. Mark Furman said tonight on TV, he's like, hey, no, the cops are not like sitting back. What they're doing is exactly to the letter what they're supposed to be doing. They're going to answer the phone call when it comes for an emergency. They're going to go and get the cat out of the tree, but they are not going to, if somebody's looking crazy or looking like they're doing something, They're not going to go shake them down and talk to them. But if somebody calls 911, they'll respond. Bare minimum.
The more people who get killed in Baltimore, as far as I'm concerned, the better off we are.
But you can't
Let them have at it.
right.
Could care less. You know what I mean? Waste of air. This is what you wanted. You wanted the cops out. We get the cops out.
Yeah, it's going to be
Kill each other.
another Chicago.
Now, you're not wishing people dead. You're just saying you get what you deserve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's how I look at it.
All right.
Yep.
We're going to what I want to do, because I've got something here, and I don't, if I do this, let's just knock it out of the way. Let's just fucking
knock it. Just bring the bat out and let's start hitting the ball.
Let's just fucking get it out of the way.
Oh! Oh, what am I? Am I okay? Am I okay here? That does look like me a little bit. A little bit. No.
You have two topics that you have to talk about, and so Amy and I are going to be your shrink.
I do. All right, let's help me out.
You're going to talk, and you're going to talk, and you're going to talk, and me and Amy are going to drift off, and we're going to play Tetris or whatever we do while you're talking.
And we'll steal you in.
Yeah.
A little more Steely Dan interlude. Hold on. I'm sorry. Let me put you on hold.
Wait, let me guess. You're put on.
Oh, that's great, actually.
You know who that guy
I'm
is?
sorry. Let me see if I can find Brett. I'm sorry.
That's Victor Newman in the background. You know who Victor Newman is? Hello, Young and the Restless.
Vic, oh, there you go. All right. So what am I doing here? What am I doing?
I don't know. You tell us. Why do you need a shrink?
Oregon's gun law. Are you stupid? Are you? No, I'm not going to scream like that. I'm just kidding.
He was bugging the crap out of me last week to talk about.
Oh my gosh. The insanity of this stupidity, just Kate Brown taking over because our corrupt governor got caught, and he's even sinking lower with the $330 million they spent on a failed website. He could have fixed it. You guys follow that story? Did you guys see that? Amy, did you see that one?
I had a third topic to your shrink.
No, but Kitzhaber. This all ties in with Kitzhaber.
I know. This
is the gal, the bisexual, fantastic liberal, and I don't mean whatever. I don't even know why I said that. That's not even fair.
Amy,
the liberal. That's the liberal.
Brett, stop.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Amy, so that in case you don't know or anybody doesn't know, Kate Brown, the person he's referring to, is our new governor because the old governor was caught.
Our governor was not elected.
Yeah. So we have he is the first openly bisexual governor in the country.
She is so liberal. She can't on whether or not she's gay. That pisses me off. That pisses me off. You know what? Be gay. Good. Make a frickin' decision. But that's how liberal this chick is. She can't even make a decision on what she wants to do. Anyway.
Or who she wants to do.
Or who she wants to do. Exactly.
Bada bump.
Bada boom. There's. Hold on. There we go. So anyway, this whole thing, they passed. Amy, have you been seeing any of this coming out of Oregon?
Hurry up and tell us.
No.
Okay, so they passed this little BS thing where if you want to sell it, like you're my sister, and I have a 9mm handgun that I legally own, and I say, hey, I want to give this to you for your birthday. And you're like, thank you, you're my brother, and I love you, and we've known each other forever, and I'm a responsible adult, and we've never committed crimes. I know we haven't, and here you go, just in case somebody who does commit crimes comes into your home, you can have this 9mm. And then there's a pounding on my door, and they come in and say, oh, well, you didn't fill out the proper paperwork, Mr. Harrison, you gave that gun away. You're now going to jail.
Amy, every single gun transaction of any kind has to have background checks, state approval, the whole thing.
Right.
Welcome to my world.
Right.
That's what we have in Mass.
And by the
you,
way,
you can't give a weapon or anything to someone. You have to actually bring it down to a dealer, sign it to the dealer, and the dealer has to sign it over. And
right.
if you have a gun, then and only then can you get, the.
Well, and one thing.
Michael Bloomberg dumped a bunch of money into this campaign.
One thing I do love here. One thing I do love about this is that we have sheriffs in this state that have said we will not enforce it. We will not enforce that law.
I saw that.
There's quite a few counties that are saying that that's unconstitutional, and we have said we will uphold the Constitution. We will not do it. We will not participate in this law, and it's a nonsense law. And yet again, we've passed a law that makes law-abiding citizens criminals, and the criminals are still criminals. Oh, that's so weird.
What's nice though, what's nice out there is that you actually have sheriffs that have like policing power.
Balls?
No, our sheriffs don't have policing powers.
Oh, really? Okay.
In Massachusetts are strictly for serving summons and for transporting to the jails.
Each county has the.
And by the way,
each county has our own sheriff, but they only run the jails. So if you pay at 110 an hour and you see that it's a sheriff next to you, you can keep going. They don't care anything, nothing.
State, if you're speeding down the highway at 110 miles an hour, you'll get pulled over by the state police and get a ticket for $100. You get pulled over by the frickin' for $100, and you get pulled over by the county police, the sheriff, for $100. So no, you get to pay the state, the city, and the county if you get a ticket, and they will line up behind you. They will line up behind you.
I'm going to pick with you guys. Because did any of you tell me that your speed limit's up there like 35 miles an hour on the frickin' highway by yourself at night? Looking at my thing, and it says 73 miles, and I can only drive a max of 45 miles an hour. And I'm
where were you? Where were you driving? What are you talking about?
Oh my God, Tillamook.
Oh
my
God. No.
Go to Tillamook.
No, you don't go to Tillamook. Why were you out there? You were on the coast.
They had to go to Tillamook to get where I was going.
Oh no. Well, listen, don't.
Remember?
And I'm so sorry. And by the way, yes, you're right. The maximum speed limit in any Oregon small town, 10 miles an hour. And if you go over it, they write you a $100 ticket because they need the money. It is.
All right, Brett.
On my
Wake
it's
up.
a beautiful place though, clean.
Yeah.
Clean.
It's actually a lovely area. It really is.
Brett wanted to
Beautiful.
There's some sort of
Way to go.
conspiracy going on that Brett thinks there's a conspiracy with the gunfight and the gunfight at OK Corral and the biker.
Did you guys see the article? And I meant to post it. The article that talked about George Soros being one of the big backers behind Jade Helm.
Yep.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Well, listen. Honestly, if you think Jade Helm is a tinfoil hat kind of situation, I mean, I think take a second look. And the reason that I say that is, I find it, and I stand by up on our blast page with this big biker event that happened in Waco. Mm-hmm. And it didn't occur to me until, I hate Helm. I've been following that a little bit. And
what's your theory?
Listen, what is a better way to convince a region or an area or a state to buy into what we are trying to accomplish with this training exercise within our United States borders that's going to take up, 6 states? I think it's going to affect 4 to 6 states, something like that.
Or
I'm telling you right, if it wasn't staged, it was a hell of a coincidence. And by the way, and tell you honestly from the bottom, take the hat off and all that. I'm not even saying it was staged, but I'm just saying it's a weird coincidence when this Jade Helm thing came out. And basically the gist of Jade Helm is we are going to see how easily it is for our our military to travel through this country undetected and to civil unrest in pocket based off of terrorist actions. And then all of a sudden we have two biker gangs that show up conveniently in the middle of Texas in Waco, and they happen to get into a fight that involves guns and people dying, and people are arrested, and
The military jumped right in, didn't they?
it just no.
Right.
The military didn't. But what they showed you was the police force is not adequate to handle this. Had we had military intervention in something like this, it would have never happened.
To this morning, and I know Glenn Beck can be a bit of a Fruit Loop with all,
I like Beck.
So he can be a Fruit Loop with some of his stuff. But what they were saying today was Obama passed that, the police departments can't have militarized stuff.
So
he said when you actually read the fine print, did you hear what he was saying? When you read the fine print, well, he said it's not even fine print, it's in the body, in the text. They're no longer going to provide tanks, RPGs.
right.
Makes an excuse to nationalize the police.
Exactly. Nationalize the police.
And he also made a like a focus group, or not a focus group, but like a watchdog group to watch over the state police departments.
Right.
The local police departments. Beck, well, just let me finish this thought. Beck had said that makes it very, like, it kind of brings that whole, we need a civilian police force that is as well funded as our military.
Right. Well, basically what a nationalized police force means is that we are going to have the Department of Justice telling every single town, county, every little burg how policing should be done. And now our government is so good at making things fair and doing the right thing. Our government, who is so good at that, has decided they're going to take over the policing of the United States, and they're going to make everything so much better than it is now. There will not be another black man shot. There will not be another white person arrested illegally. You will not get a speeding ticket if you don't deserve it. You won't, because we're going to do the right thing, because that is the federal government. We know what's right, and you can trust us. You can absolutely trust us. We are smarter than you. And
they're starting right now in Baltimore, because the Justice Department is there.
Yep.
They're doing their stuff, and they're already using that as their little model.
Germany analogy, and going back to that when Hitler was coming to power. And by the way, I'm watching a series right now that's fantastic. I'll talk about it later. But essentially, what it comes down to is that the nationalization of the force is basically a very quiet government takeover of your rights, and that's really what it is. And they are going to make this. And they, them, those. We can't put a finger on who it is. We can suggest that it's this group or that group, or it's the government here, it's the government there. But we all got to have an understanding quietly in our heart that if we allow this to happen, we are being raped of our rights. That's really what it comes down to.
Mm-hmm.
It's a disturbing trend.
It's all done. It's all done. Like, I had a couple military people say to me, "Why do you fall for this stuff? This is just regular military maneuvers that we have to do every." And what better cover?
Right.
For these friggin' totalitarian douches than to have these military, of course you do.
Hey.
We training programs, but now you're calling it Jade Helm. Now there's people being moved off their land. There's tunnels being found under farmhouses. It's like
going on.
This administration can't fathom that. Maybe they're using you as an excuse to get all this stuff done.
That's my thing.
One of you guys know that Jade Helm is Utah. One of the
Yes.
that they plant. Utah is okay.
Yes, sir.
3 years ago, they were showing some massive building in Utah, government facility.
It's the data collection center.
Data collection center.
Biggest one ever created in humanity.
Yep.
Right.
One of
Facility, if you and again, I'll put my hat back on if that's what it takes. But that facility, according to what I have read, and of course it's all just internet, and it's a little bit of outside education, but that will have probably one of the most powerful computers probably ever be enacted to process data. And basically what they're going to be able to do is they're going to be able to, at any given second, and we're talking a second or a half second, a millisecond of time, they will be able to break down every single communication that is going on that they can possibly grab. The computer will be that big and that fast enough to where it will be able to then analyze and break down and detect where potential risks are. That's where the problem comes in, is how do you write a program that says, if I'm talking to you at that place, I'll blow that up. I didn't mean I was going to blow anything up. Do you see what I'm saying?
right.
Most oppressive, amazing, and from a geek like me, come on, they're going to have the best computer ever invented by humanity. And that thing will tell human beings what to worry about. That's bothersome.
Amen.
We lost Amy, I think.
No. Did we? Well, I was just looking for something. Yeah, we did. All right. So moving on. Brett, are you comfortable with getting everything out now? Are you? I just want to make sure that you feel okay. You've got.
I'm feeling good. I appreciate the time. I really do. I appreciate the time.
Yeah. So I mean, but you're okay. You've got it all out, and you're good.
I'm good. Let's move on. Let's move on. Thank you. I appreciate that. I needed that.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. We love you. We want to make sure that you're taken care of there.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. So let's move on to good cop, bad cop. God, I wish.
Good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, I wish Amy was back because.
You actually have a positive cop story, don't you?
Yeah.
You know I don't agree with those.
Well, I know it's kind of. I'll hang out here for a minute and just see if possibly Amy jumps back in. You want to sing? No, I don't. You can.
What you gonna do? Oh, what you gonna do when they come for you? Did I nail it?
You did. I think you got the words.
I think I did. I think I might have got that. All right. Good cop, bad cop, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. So the first one we're going to talk about is bad cop.
Bad
it's probably good that Amy's not here because we don't want to
all right.
feel like, not all the bad cops. But this guy is a bad cop. This officer was given a free cup of coffee by Starbucks. It ended up spilling on him. Drum roll. So he sued. A jury has ruled on how much money he'd be getting. You want to know how much?
How much?
Nothing. Starbucks will not have to pay the cop for hot coffee spill. A North Carolina jury decided on Monday morning that Starbucks will not have to pay damages to the officer who allegedly spilled a cup of coffee. Him and his wife both sued Starbucks for $750,000. Douchebag, noting that his medical expenses included surgery to remove part of his intestine.
What?
Yeah. Okay. So.
What? How hot was that coffee? Just holy! Oh my gosh! It's made out of molten steel. Oh no! Oh, it's burned through my gut into my. Oh, now my intestines hanging out. Oh.
Burns after the lid of his to-go cup popped off.
This is some hot coffee.
And the cup reportedly collapsed. So per Starbucks policy, Core received about 50 cups of free coffee over the course of 2 months for being in uniform before he received a faulty cup. In order to accept the drinks, allegedly, Core put the coffee into the tip jar. So why didn't he just pay for the coffee?
Right.
You
Right.
you know that he didn't.
Of course.
So
Oh my gosh, what a douche. What a frickin' douche. Dude, this is bad human being stuff. This is why
guy,
not even because he's a cop. This is just bad
human
being.
This guy suffers from Crohn's disease. So the accident caused a massive flare-up. He was reportedly in and out of work and the hospital as a result of the burn.
Do you know what Crohn's disease is?
It's a stomach issue, right?
Right. It's an
That's why he had to have his intestines done. So
I could literally put gasoline on your stomach. I could light it on fire.
He said,
and you could then put it out with a towel.
He said
it does not affect your Crohn's disease.
And that it caused a flare-up because he was so shocked. Now.
Oh, right, yeah.
You know, after these third-degree burns happened because he spilt the coffee on him, and he was just like third-degree burns. Do you know where he went?
Oh no! He went to the gym. Didn't he? You know, took pictures. That's right. He took pictures. That's right. I forgot about that.
The hospital.
Then later, after he'd actually hurt himself.
Yeah.
That is the bad. That's a bad cop. That's the worst. But you know what? I actually don't like the fact that you used a bad cop in that sense because that's just bad. It's just a bad person.
But he took an oath to uphold the law, and that includes not lying about
it. I mean, shouldn't that be part of it? Shouldn't that be part of being a cop? Don't be a douche.
All right, now here's why I wish Amy was here because it's not good cop. It's good plural. There's lots.
Wow. Wait, there can't be more than one. Are you suggesting that?
Cops.
No. Come on now. Come on now. You're suggesting there's good cops? Come on now.
Arkansas police stand in for father at son's graduation ceremony just hours after he was killed. So the South Dakota senior and varsity tackle, whatever, May 15th, all the years down, blah, blah, blah. I don't know how his dad died because his dad lost his life in a heroic exchange of gunfire with a burglar suspect. Okay, so his dad was a cop. The young man, of course, was devastated, but through their understandable grief, the decision was made they would still attend the ceremonies at his high school. So, even though the graduation was mere hours away, the tragedy of the reserve. Who's calling me?
Amy called me just now, so. Just send me an invite. I can't get back in. Well, just click on. Is she not clicking on the one that's already there?
Amy.
Here, I can do this.
Got her?
Copy link. There you go. And let's see if she can get back in now. All right.
Yeah.
Amy might be rejoining us. She wasn't mad, so let's just hold out here for a second.
I thought she was mad.
She might have been. I don't know. There, look at that, Amy.
Hello, Jeepers. Christmas. What's going on?
Well, you missed bad cops, so you're fine. But we're talking about good cops now.
Wait. See that, Amy?
It's good cops. Not just one. Not just one.
Back to good cop.
Cops.
Cops.
What was the bad cop? What was the bad cops in a?
Oh, the bad cop was the dude that frickin' tried to sue Starbucks because they gave him a free cup of coffee and it burned him. That's it. But hey, by the way, Jim and I both decided that's not bad cop. That's bad person. That's just bad human being right there.
That's true. That's true.
Law.
That's just douche.
He took
Big
an
time douche.
Good person. All right, so what?
Hey, thanks for the free stuff. I really appreciate it. Oh, it hurt me. I'm going to sue you.
So, Amy, what we were doing is you know about this story, the Arkansas police who stood in
Awesome.
Killed in the line.
Very cool. Very cool.
That was good. Good cop. Good cop. good son. There he is. All the cops are there.
Yeah. What a sad thing. That morning his father got killed.
Yeah. Yep. So good cops.
Cops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good cops.
Good on the kid to be able to have the wherewithal to complete graduation.
Dude, I would
You
have
know?
lost it. I would have lost it. I couldn't have done it.
Yeah, I don't know if I could have been. I don't know if I could have done it myself.
See Brett's new picture?
Oh, there you go. Girlfriend?
Yeah.
New girlfriend?
It might be, right? So when you out, was something happened there, I double checked with Brett and made sure that his session was over. He felt on, and he did. So that's when we moved on to good
Okay.
cop. Now on the lighter side, a couple of cool stuff here. Let me pull that up. Lighter side, here's our laugh. The laugh is over because I'm going to get a new laugh because that bothers you. All right, no more laugh. I just removed it.
Bothers who?
What?
Bothers who?
You.
Bothers who?
I thought it bothered you.
No, it doesn't bother me. I didn't know it.
Bothered
It didn't bother me.
Oh.
No.
I love it. I love the laugh. Now, by the way, that picture that I put up that's the liberal girls. I'm liberal, and I appreciate everything it talks about, unless you
Yeah.
don't like.
No kidding.
Right.
Hey, wait a minute. Before we do the lighter side, I just had a quick bit of trivia. Not trivia, but first they came for the communists, and then they came for the Jews, and then then they came for me, and there was no one left. You know that poem? Well, the writer of that poem actually was like a big anti-Semitic, and I just found this out. Like he didn't care. He didn't care anything about that stuff, and he wrote it afterwards because it was actually. That's what happened to him. He saw that happen, and he didn't care until he was thrown in a concentration camp himself for being like a political dissident.
After he was thrown in. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Got out of the concentration camp.
I told you that I told you my ground dead. He was in the concentration camps.
With his SS uniform on.
Yeah, they were trying. They don't even know how he fell off the guard tower. What's going on with Brett there? Brett, are you?
Oh, I'm just texting, just doing a little thing with the deal here. Sorry, I got a little distracted.
Irony is watching the Seattle Enviros protest oil in kayaks made from petroleum.
You can't make it up.
No, they came in automobiles. To read this headline here, they came in automobiles fueled by oil, wearing clothes made from oil to protest oil, in kayaks made from oil. Then they tweeted their photos on phones made from oil and drove home.
Oh my God!
Awesome.
Do you realize
You can't. They don't.
the ignorance of liberal?
Don't see beyond their own nose.
Right. The ignorance of liberal is unbelievable.
It's a mental disorder. It's a mental disorder.
Amy, I agree with you. I have said this.
It is. It's a mental disorder.
Listen, you know what? Before Jim and I started doing this together, I mean, he had done it before, and then we started the blast, and I think this is the second incarnation of it. You're a part of it. I love having you here. We've talked about all that. I really came into this with a little I had kind of a socially liberal attitude, and then I kind of had a fiscally conservative attitude. And I'm telling you, the more that I have spent time within this issue, and I see stuff like this, I truly believe, and I'm building up to one thing, what you just said. I truly believe there is literally something wrong with the liberal brain. They just don't. Maybe it's a topic you have coming up, but voting for Hillary just because she has a vagina? That's
I think
how you're gonna-
something wrong with the liberal brain, like after the age of maybe 25. So smart, and they can save the world. I mean, that's every single high school student, first year, college student. You know what I mean? Like, oh, everyone else is doing it wrong, and then they get out into the real world and they say, okay, well, there's a reason why we do it this way.
Her friend's 20 years old, and somehow they get it.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying. But I'm talking about the liberal brain. They're not liberals. Sierra's not a liberal. You know what I'm saying? So, after the age of 25, if they're still liberal,
No,
do you,
wrong with their brain.
do you realize what Sierra is up against in her age category? Do you realize,
you realize superstar she could be in the making because of her
I agree. No, I agree. Don't.
And belief system is what these people are looking for right now. This kid could end up make a lot of money if she plays her cards right, because
I agree. Absolutely agree. She's got a look. She's got an attitude. She's got
not about the money.
She's got makings. It isn't, and but here's the thing: is that breaking through the liberal mind, the liberal roadblock, is very, very difficult, because you cannot convince a liberal with facts that their position is wrong, and I'm not sure why you think that way. And do you not see that, like Hillary Clinton's a great example of this? It's like we just found out here not more than a couple of 3 months ago that she literally broke the law by having a private server, and then she announced her presidency run. And there are people, hey, oh, we can vote Hillary, yay! Did you not pay attention to the fact that she was literally from you?
No, they're low
information. It's non-absorbent information voter. Even if you present them with the information, they still don't hear it. They don't see it. They don't understand it. They can't absorb it. They can't process it.
The Hillary Clinton supporters, and she's running, and do you support her?
Yeah.
And yes, and then they said, okay, well, why? Because she's a champion for women's rights and equality and blah 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 blah. And okay, what if we tell you she only paid 70 cents to every dollar, to women? And they were like, huh? What? Well, that would make her a hypocrite. Well, I don't know if I could vote for her now. She's a liar. So I don't know. I think once these things actually come up, because she's played it very smart, and she has kept herself out of the limelight, so nobody can ask the questions and no one actually drag this stuff out of her. There's only so long you can do that. Now that she's coming out, I don't know. I think she's going to get destroyed. My fear is that they're going to try and pull a Deval Patrick or something out of their hat to be the front runner.
Here's what I'm.
Friends. Obama already publicly endorsed him to be a great vice president or presidential candidate.
Here's what I'm going to find very disturbing, and honestly, this is where I think it's going to go. Hillary Clinton will win the Democratic nomination, in spite of the fact that everything suggests that she should be impeached before she's even elected. And that's what I find very disturbing in our country today, is that we literally have a voting public, and we're talking about a majority of people, unfortunately, because that's why morons get elected. We literally have a majority of people that don't get it. They don't take the time to look.
The thing is, Brett, you can impeach a president and it doesn't matter because we impeached Bill Clinton.
It's a sound bite. We live in a sound bite. The bite is, I'm Hillary Clinton and vote for me, and some person takes their last shot of heroin right before they do it. They're like, oh, vote for her. And they wake up the next day, I gotta go vote. And they go vote, and they don't have any idea why they voted for the person. Oh, a woman won! Yay! Feminism! Yay! Really?
Didn't impeached in the second term, didn't he?
It passed the House, but
it passed the House.
Right. He never got impeached. There was enough way, though. I mean, of all the things, it's like, okay, Fast and Furious, IRS targeting, Benghazi. We can't impeach this moron in office for those things. But Bill Clinton, no job. But my God, let's fire the guy. You know, it's like.
So he should have been fired because it was
Okay.
a blowjob on a football field.
Don't deflate the balls. Don't deflate the balls. Just leave the balls.
Misplaced price tags. I saw some of these and I'm like, just because they were kind of funny. I was just tired. I was just like burned out last week.
You can't tell me that those aren't done on purpose, huh?
Maybe. But I was getting all burned out on all the bad news, and I started looking at stuff. And I'm like, they should really pay attention to where they put those prices.
I know, right?
Right?
That's
I
disturbing.
think they do. That's the point.
Right.
I think that's the point.
Ass hunter.
Ass hunter.
Yeah.
That's great.
Butt closure.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Actually, that's kind of what I use them for, actually. I have a thing with yeah. Anyway, that's another story.
Yeah, that's a personal problem.
Cooking your dog. That is
Find
awesome.
that in Obama's library.
Yeah.
Yes.
You've got clap.
You got to clap. I love it.
Yeah.
They're all reaching for the. Well, anyway.
Friday night.
Friday night. Oh, hey, actually.
Okay, what was it supposed to be? Friday night cocktail. Oh,
Cocktails. There you go. Cocktails.
No, because she's got a.
But she's looking down at this cock.
Sure, absolutely. Well, no, there's somebody laying on the floor, obviously.
Mixing a drink.
Right.
Mhm.
The person standing there is
Yeah.
probably going to urinate on them. That's from earlier.
I don't have very many fun picks, but I thought, you know what? I'm just so. We do something about the lighting.
I love it. Very true, though.
Tonight, Mitt Romney is set to fight. This was last week. Former heavyweight champion Evander Holyfield to raise money for charity. Media's outlook would be Romney will stop at nothing to beat up a black man. Did you guys see the
Yeah.
fight?
It was
cute.
It was good. Yeah,
And
it was cute.
I say hats off to Mitt Romney for being such a good sport. I mean, number one, he did the funniest freaking thing last year on
Saturday Night.
yeah, was it Saturday Night Live or Jimmy? Not Jimmy Kimmel. Who's the other one? The other one.
Jimmy Fallon.
Fallon. Yeah, when he did the silent, freaking awesome. Here it is. When a liberal thinks they're right, we call that imagination.
Imagination. I can hear SpongeBob's voice while he says that, too.
Yeah, how about this one? My wife called me a pedophile. It's a rather large word coming from a 9-year-old.
Ah!
Now you're gonna get in trouble.
That's an old joke, too, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
That's an old mom joke. I mean, an old joke in general.
Yeah. I wasn't going to post.
Oh, jeez.
I went to the pub last night and saw a fat chick.
You went fuzzy.
Huh? Yeah, it is a little
It's
fuzzy.
Oh, I
fuzzy.
can see it. I can see too much of
I
it.
can see her. I can't see that. I can't see the words.
See if that's better. So I went to the pub last night and I saw a fat chick dancing on a table and I said, "Good legs." The girl giggled and said, "Do you really think so?" I said, "Definitely by now."
Ha!
All right, that wasn't.
Oh, that's yeah.
Man, knock it off. It's Bruce Jenner.
I
like.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Oh.
By the way, Bruce Jenner just really cheat. Whatever.
Yeah.
All right, dude.
I'm telling you, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out in one of those tell-all things that Kris Jenner
Is what?
told him, demanded that he do this to make them more money.
Oh, to make him more.
You never know.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I think they're actually taking his face off the Wheaties box and they're actually putting it on Lucky Charms. So I've heard that is.
Bada boom.
Magic delicious.
Magically delicious.
Firm. Cuckold. Is that right? Cuckold?
Cuckold.
That's price to guess who this is. I'm gonna.
Oh, I already know. I already know who this is.
If you know, then don't say it.
This is Robert Plant.
Don't say it.
What?
Come on.
I don't know why I said Robert Plant. I'm kidding. Jeez.
There we go.
What?
We're going to go for about a minute, minute and a half. You got to guess who it is.
I can't see it that well. I can't see their faces. Why is it blurry?
Dancers of the music.
It's the video itself that's a little bit blurry. The dancers.
Well,
One of the dancers is very, very, very famous. Very famous.
Well, I can't see the faces. They're all blurry, so I can't.
Yeah,
it's
I
hard to
can't see
say.
him. I can't see him well enough either. Oh, no way. You're kidding me. No, now I see
Front
it.
one?
That
Front
was
one?
the front. It was the front one. Yeah, it was. It was
Guy
the
in
front
the
one.
back. Guy in the
Now it's
back.
the guy in the back.
Guy in the back?
The guy on the floor, doing the worm.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh yeah, and I can see. And now it's his face.
Diesel.
I'll be right back. I got a crying dog that's gonna pee on my rug if I don't let him out.
I got a dog that needs to go out too. That's fun. That's funny. Hey, you could be advertising here right now. Play the commercial, Jim. We'll be right back.
Commercial back. Thanks, Brett. Your headphones right there. You can advertise on the blast. You know that you can. In case you didn't get, I want you to know.
Hey,
You.
be advertising right here, right now. Yes,
You.
I'm talking to you. You should be advertising on the blast. You know you want to.
Brett gives us a little buzz feed by putting his headphone down right on the computer. We're nothing I can really do about that, other than be off there. I'm gonna go back to some cool stuff. Yes, that is Vin Diesel. Oh,
That is
thank you for pulling your headphones off the computer.
What did I do?
Well, when you walked away, you left your headphones on the computer, and we got a nice buzz the whole time you were gone.
I turned them off.
Oh, that was...
No, I turned mine off. I was nothing there. Anyway, hey, you know what? That was great. That was fantastic. By the way, the sunset outside right now is absolutely beautiful.
gorgeous.
I would love to tell Amy about the sunset and the beautiful weather we're having. You know, just
Or two. She's out feeding, taking that dog for a walk.
right. You know what? It's not as fun. It's not as fun though when it's nicer there. When it's like 2 degrees there and snowing. Oh, hey, buddy. Come here, buddy. Come on.
Got it good
Come on
right.
up. Come on up. Can you see Aiden? Can you see him?
Let's see. Yeah,
Hey,
that's
buddy.
awesome.
Hey,
A
buddy.
black dog.
I know, right? He shows up so well, doesn't he? You're all like, okay, Brett, your dog died like 4 years ago, right? Like, no, he's right here. See him?
Story about an entrepreneur, because I love entrepreneurs.
Absolutely. Let's do that.
We're going to have to do this story before Amy gets back, because Amy is going to be a little perturbed by this. Home makes a shocking find under a man's bed, which leads to much more. An elderly man in Pennsylvania is in hot water after the staff at the facility where he resided made a rather troubling find underneath his bed, revealing he was a lot busier than expected. In the 70s, he was running a racket.
I know this story.
Community, yeah, where he would peddle alcohol to fellow residents for extra cash, and it was to fund prostitution. A prostitute under his bed.
Right. This guy is awesome.
Isn't that awesome?
No,
Amy,
this guy is my hero.
we're talking about entrepreneurs, and this entrepreneur, 70-year-old resident of a nursing home, he was allowed to leave and come and go sometimes. So what he would do is he would go out and he would buy alcohol, and then he would turn around and sell it for 2 to 3 times the amount of money to his nursing home buddies. Take the money, and he would call prostitutes and have them sneak into the room, and one the workers found a hooker laying under his bed, hiding when they came in.
By the way, how can you not love this guy?
So
he
was getting money.
I'm 70. Fuck you.
Yeah, it was the assisted living place, which meant the state was putting in about $1,000 towards it. So they cut off his funding and kicked him out.
Hey, wait a minute. Now hold on here. You know what the state should have done is said, all right, we're giving you $1,000. We're going to cut that down to $250. Call it Social Security, whatever you want. We're not going to give you the full $1,000, but you can supplement with your little business. You're doing very well. You're providing a service, and you're helping the economy. I mean, because those hookers are spending money in the community. They are.
Right.
I mean, why would you deny that?
All right, we're going to show something that's cute now. Cute. I don't know. Why do I use freaking feminine words all the time?
Oh, I don't, because you're a freaking little pretty boy, and I don't get it. I don't know.
My daughter, okay, Amy will like this. When my daughter came back last week, she says, so, Dad, what's going on with your hair? You know, what are you talking about? Oh, it's just a little long, don't you think? And I go, really? She goes, yeah, it's like one length all here and one length there. I said, well, it's to cover up that spot that used to be on the back that you can't see anymore because it's grown over that spot. No, Dad, it's still there.
Yeah.
And you better not be going Bruce Jenner on us.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Oh. Hey.
Shave it off, James. Shave it off.
So I'm sorry. Hey, Amy, it's not James anymore. It's Jane.
Yeah.
It is from now on. It's Jane.
All right, watch this. Here we go.
Jane, you're playing a game.
You guys would love
So here's a trick to show up to that last picnic of the summertime
Oh,
like
what?
a boss. And you're going to need a coat hanger and a drill. So the first thing you want to do is cut a hole in the side of the watermelon, about the size
I do that all the time.
coat hanger, and
watch
sort of
this.
bend it and shape it and cut it into size sort of like this, and then stick it in the end of a drill. Really fast like this.
This is boss.
And then you got yourself a little bit of a blender. And it really only takes about 30 seconds to just totally liquefy the thing. And then you can take a cup and cut the bottom off like this, and then sort of reshape the opening so it will host the cup a little better, and you've got a little pour cup. And if you want to go into like pro mode, you can draw a face.
Watch this.
Cut it out on the side. And there you go. It's right out.
Right?
Like a watermelon smoothie.
Oh!
Smoothie.
If you want to go into like super advanced mode, you cut a little flat spot on the bottom.
Yeah, you gotta make sure that
Really good on a hot day.
hanger is a little clean.
You hear the thing?
Oh, I know, right? The hanger needs to be sterilized. And by the way, if you cut that hole in the watermelon and then dumped a fifth of vodka in there and a few cubes of ice, I would buy it. I'd be happy.
I get it, but we're talking just a basic summer.
It is funny though. It's good.
All right, now, at first I had no idea what the hell this lady was doing, but it has to be nice and stuff. I was going to play this because it's just freaking cool. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I might. It's like 2-3 minutes long. Maybe I'll just play a minute, whatever, but it's freaking awesome. So let's see if... There we go.
How should you know dry ice?
I don't know. But
She's gotta have it in her mouth if she's blowing those bubbles.
I mean, it's mind blowing. I'm watching.
Well, actually, guys, I gotta tell you, it's not that. That's how I smoke pot every night. I don't know why this is.
Look at that.
Oh,
Dry ice gas in a bubble.
one of the very, very, very cool things about this is that you talk about what creates mass or space, and it's like these things are very fragile and yet very resilient at the same time.
Look at the. I mean.
No, it's pretty cool. It really is.
Okay, how would you learn how to do that? How would you say, you know what?
But
massive bubbles, and I'm just gonna go.
Honestly, I put this gal in the same category as I put skateboarders. You need to get a life. You need to get a job. You need to do something. I mean, I'm sorry. 110 million makes it big. You know, one bubble person out of 100 million makes it big. Your odds of being a successful bubble girl probably kind of small. Just saying, throwing it out there. You might want to have a backup plan.
Stuff.
You might want to have a backup plan. That's all I'm getting at.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it is cool. It is cool.
No, it is pretty cool. That's actually really nifty, quite frankly.
Is that, I mean, is that even a thing that some guys would think is cool? Or
Well, I consider myself to be male, and with the penis and everything, and I thought it was kind of cool.
I just don't.
I thought it was kind of cool.
I don't know any dude out there who was thinking it was cool.
I thought that earlier. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. Bruce, move on to the next topic, okay?
We're through.
James.
Topic.
Right at 9 o'clock. It's almost like it was a plan.
Yeah.
We start a show, but damn it, we can end one.
And it doesn't matter anymore. I did a Big Brother audition last week on the final day.
Nice.
In my underwear. Yes.
To them?
They hate me. Yeah.
So now, by the way, the underwear audition now exists. Don't kid yourself. It may be used in some way, shape, or form eventually.
And then I put on the streamer, because I use XSplit so that I can add verbiage to it. I said, "Yes, I know I'm fat. I'm 50 years old." What the fuck? What do you expect? Yes, I know I'm fat. It was not like I was trying to be. Yeah, I was trying to suck it in, but it didn't really matter all that much. You can only suck it in so much.
Crazy. Crazy.
If you did call me for an interview, I couldn't say anything because you'd be sworn to like secrecy. But
wait, hey, listen, when we see you next month. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right, I'm close to go.
Sarah, turn out the light.
Ready to you saw the airplane on the opening?
Yes.
I'm ending with some different openings. That'll be a lot more explosion, different stuff. I'm experimenting, and that airplane is part of it. And I really would like to get segments broken up to where we do 10-minute segments, 12-minute segments with and running.
Oh,
it.
It's
If I don't have, I gotta have the topics. And look at that.
Oh, here's a good answer.
Hear that? That's Nirvana. I can't listen to Nirvana.
It's not Nirvana.
I can't listen to a dead person singing. Grosses me out.
Good thing. And I love that puppy. I want to hug that puppy, by the way.
You know what? I should like that. That puppy is not that freaking small anymore. It's heavy. Bang again. All right, I'm gonna.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Thank you for sticking
Good
with me.
night.